It is time for a homeschool mom Q&A. Some of these questions are homeschool related and some of them are not. So it's been about 6 months or so since I've answered some of your questions, and I like to take some time every now and then in the season of motherhood and homeschooling and all of the things to just devote a video to some of your questions. If you are new to our channel here at Simply Living It, I want to welcome you to this space. And I want you to know that I like to do these Q&A videos, homeschool related, motherhood related, any of it, right? Because I like to take some time to answer your questions. So this time I took to Instagram. We are over at Simply Living It there on Instagram as well. And I just put a story out and said, hey, let me know what questions you have for me. So that's what today's video is going to be. Questions regarding homeschooling. I have got questions regarding motherhood, lifestyle, faith. Today's video is strictly answering your questions. So I hope you enjoy this one. I'm going to pull up Instagram on my phone and just go directly to the questions that you all have for me. So this might be kind of quick. I might breeze through some of them. Some of them I may have answered before. They might be repeat questions. So let's do this. Okay, first question. We are doing Gather Round Year 1. After doing a Year 2 unit, do you feel it will be a big difference? And then it cut it off because it had to be archived because this was a few days ago. So I don't know exactly what this question is pertaining to, but I'm assuming like workload will be different. Yes, I feel the workload is very different between Year 1 and Year 2 with the Gather Round unit studies. I do feel that there is a difference, but each unit in and of themselves are very different. The next question, this is another Gather Round question. What homeschool unit study do you want to learn, but your boys might not be interested in? So I'm assuming this is Gather Round or just unit study in general. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to turn it to Gather Round just because that's kind of what we follow as far as unit studies. There are some from Simple and Free, Charlotte Mason Simple and Free, no. Charlotte Mason Simple Studies from Simple and Free. I found her on Instagram and we are doing The Courage of Sarah Noble, and she has a book study with that. So that's more like a literature based unit study. I think I would be interested in botany, and I think my boys would probably be like, yeah, I don't know, but they could totally surprise me. Sometimes I think I know what they're going to want to do and they're like, no, we're not interested in that. So also the artists one, well, I think I have a couple boys that might like that actually. How do you fit exercise into your homeschool day? It has to happen early morning. A lot of times I get up at 5 a.m. That has been a thing in my life for almost 9 years. In January it will be 9 years. There are days that I go to a local CrossFit gym. There are days that I hop on my spin bike. There are days that I go for a run. There are days that I don't work out, but exercise is a huge part of me. What I need as a mom, as a woman, for my sanity. Not just the benefits of exercising, but I need that outlet for me as one of the many benefits to exercising. But it's just become a habit and a part of my life. And I do not exercise or work out 7 days a week. I don't. I try to do like 4 to 5 days a week. We're very active on the weekends most of the time anyway, but as far as getting in like a 30-minute, an hour-long workout, if I don't get it done first thing in the morning, it definitely becomes like a weight that I know I want to do it because my heart is to do it. It's my desire. I am so motivated and encouraged to work out because I know how it affects me. So it's something that I have to get it in early in the morning or sometimes before bed. Sometimes my husband and the boys will be in the living room and I'll be in here working out on my spin bike. It really just depends. Make it work for you though. A system that works for you and your home. Like it's either an early morning thing or it's less likely to get done. But if I need sleep, like sleep's a priority for me. I will put sleep over any workout any day of the week. Like it is an absolute priority. If you are not getting enough sleep and you're going to work out at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, you're not doing your body any good. You're actually doing more harm than you would be doing if you got enough sleep and just ate properly throughout the day. So sometimes we put like exercise up here on this pedestal and it takes the place of everything else in our life. If you're not getting sleep and rest and properly fueling your body, your workout is a waste anyway. So there's that. What was your journey finding God? This is a good question, and I'm actually not going to answer it because there's something beautiful in the works, and I want you all to join me, join us for that journey that is unfolding. So stay tuned for more on that. Next question, manners and etiquette for your boys. Tips and tricks, please. I got really none. That's a hard one. Manners and etiquette for boys. Okay, boys are going to be boys. That's just the reality of it. Boys are boys. Okay, bodily functions are funny and can lighten any moment in any situation at any given time. So there's a time and place for all the things, right? For me, it's, being respectful, respecting your environment, opening doors, being a gentleman, stuff like that. Absolutely. Bodily functions and that side of things, usually there's a time and place. So I wish I had some tips and tricks on that, but I really don't, because sometimes you just need to lighten the moment a little bit with keeping in mind a time and place for things, right? I got nothing on that one, and I'm a mom of boys. It all goes into the scope of a time and place. Manners in the form of like cleaning up after yourself and being polite and please and thank you and covering, your mouth. Those are all just like habits. Like you have to train them, instill those habits and those manners in your children. And it's a constant thing. It is an absolute constant thing. How did you find time for you and your husband to focus on your marriage when the boys were little? Putting the kids to bed. Having a designated time for the kids to go to bed. And when they were babies, obviously that didn't work because, hello, we're on their schedule, right? We're like living in their world. But how did we find time? It was honestly exactly that. It was making the best of the moments that we had. It was trying to get the boys, like if we're talking toddler stage, getting them to bed at 8 o'clock so that we could have an hour or two to just be together. No distractions, no TV. We still don't spend a lot of time going on dates. Like we really, truly don't. We're all 5 almost always together. We just are. That's just like our family just functions that way. Yes, I want time alone with him and dates and all those things, but a lot of times we truly are we're just together and we make the best of the time and the moments that we have. I'll get up early with him and have coffee with him and spend time with him in the early morning before the kids wake up, before he goes to work, and then also in the evenings. And a lot of times in between, it's run to the backyard so we can talk for 10 minutes before the kids figure out we're in the backyard. Like dad comes home and everybody runs to the door and everybody's so excited to see him. And I love that so much. And that's always been true. Like I remember when my oldest was just a baby in this tiny, tiny, tiny little house that we lived in. And we would sit in like on the front porch on the step. I would put him in his little bumbo chair and we would just sit there and wait till daddy would get home from work. Like I loved that so much. It's so bittersweet to me. Next question. How did you know you were done having kids? Honestly, that's a very interesting question because I was done after number 2. Not like in my heart, I was not done. And I don't know if I ever in my heart am fully done. Like there are times that I long for another. But done having kids, I thought I was done after number 2. And for a lot of reasons, including the financial side of it, it's a lot. I've always told my husband if I could afford it, I would have a huge family. But the reality is, it's very expensive, and trying to I don't know. I don't know. Number 3 was an accident for my husband and I, but God had a plan. And I cannot imagine our life without him. Like God's plans for us are always, always good. Always. And I remember bawling my eyes out when I found out. I did not know how we were going to do this. It didn't make sense. I didn't understand. Like, there's no way. And here we are. He's 8 and we still have food on the table and a home, and when we need clothing, we're able to put clothing on our bodies, and God has provided for our family. So how did I know I was done? I don't honestly know. I don't know that I know that I know that we're done, but this is us. Okay, another homeschool curriculum question from Gather Round. So, or not from Gather Round, but regarding Gather Round. What Gather Round units are you planning for next year? I am a fly by the seat of my pants girl. So I purchased them upon completion. So we have right now Ancient Civilizations and Farm to, is it Farm to Food, Farm to Fork, Table to, I should know this by heart, but we have a local store that is Farm to Fork or Farm to something. Farm to Table, Ranch to Table, I don't know. So I get it all confused, but the farming one, okay? That one, I purchased those two. I know we want to do careers and trades because that is right up my boys' alley. Every single one of them are like trade school. Like I can see that being their future. So I know we want to do that one. The history, I want to do her history units. We haven't done any of the history units yet. So yeah, we'll be sticking in the year 2 realm is what I'm seeing. But as far as specifications for which units, I don't have it all planned out yet, but I will obviously share when I do. Next question. Do you think homeschooling prepares kids more for college? Can I answer that one like after we've gone through that season? Honestly, I think kids can be prepared for college in any area, avenue, and facet, having been trained up in that way. And prepares them for college, do you mean like academically speaking, life skills speaking, or strictly academics? Because I think in and all of it, yes. Like prepares more than public education, I don't know. I mean, we haven't experienced that yet. So depending on the situation and the circumstance and how we're viewing it, like what lens we're viewing it through, I think yes. Like just, yeah, absolutely. What is your favorite way to study the Bible? I honestly would say that I love having Bible studies. I'm in a season of really enjoying doing Bible studies, like specific studies. I have some right here actually from the Daily Grace Co. that I've been working through. This one is the Fruit of the Spirit, Chosen, and It Is Well. These are ones that I purchased. I have not worked through these ones yet specifically. Right now I am doing the Lord's Prayer. And so I will do that one in the evening, in the morning, whenever it fits my schedule for the day. And then I also love to listen to Tony Evans. I've shared that with you before. He has an app and quick 20-minute sermons in the morning that I love to listen to. Yes, love him so much. And then the Bible specifically, standalone, the Bible, I love to just open it and read whatever stands out to me on a specific page. I will say though, I do like being guided. I like to have my Bible and then my Tony Evans commentary right next to it so I can read a chunk and then read the commentary. If I'm not quite understanding or seeing, I'm still in that phase of I love to have extra resources alongside my Bible. In this season, I'm finding it very helpful for me personally. I know some people are no to extra studies and strictly the Bible. Some are, you can be anywhere in the midst of it. But for me in this season, I enjoy having the extra studies. I love having Tony Evans to listen to. I love opening my Bible and just reading what's on a page. I love just studying the Bible in general, however that might look for a particular season. This one. Okay, this is a whole separate video in and of itself. How do you plan for the new school year? I'll share a video with you. Not a question, but you should do a podcast. You are funny. Okay, how do you make sure your kiddos stay motivated through it all? I don't know. I don't have an answer to that question because my kids don't stay motivated through it all. I totally just had to reset my battery. Sorry about that. Okay, how do I make sure my kids stay motivated through it all? I don't. When the motivation tends to lag. There's a point where we can say, okay, we need to work through this. Not everything in life is going to be fun. Not everything in life is going to be something you're excited to do. But there's also that point too where it's good and healthy to push. But there are times that it's like, okay, we've pushed too hard. It's time to step back. Like it's time to take a few steps back and let's put everything away and get outside. So staying motivated through it all, that's a hard one. And it's not picture perfect over here. It's not every day we wake up, every day my kids want to sit and are excited to do read aloud, and every day they are excited to do math, and they're always excited to do their school subjects. That's not reality or real life over here at all. So just keep that in mind too as I come to you and share these things. Like I am right there with you in all of it, and have a million questions for so many mamas too, and staying motivated through it all is a tough one, but we have to push through. There are things in life that are not going to be always enjoyable, and you have to push through, and that's discipline, right? Creating discipline in our children, but then also we need to take a few steps back, like knowing the difference between the two, right? Okay, next question. Best resources for raising boys into godly men that they enjoy using. Honestly, my boys love just the Bible. We've really enjoyed Not Consumed Ministries and some of their studies. There's one on, having a content heart that we've been working through, which I enjoy. My boys love watching The Chosen. Like we have so thoroughly enjoyed watching The Chosen as a family and having discussion. We've enjoyed that so much. So just trying to be gentle in all of it. Like we're learning and growing, all of us together. I don't want to push anything on my kids ever. It's let's learn and grow together. Let's talk about this together. That's important to me. Not giving them a handful of resources and say, here, go dissect this. Like I love, for one, their father leading by example. He right there is a godly resource, leading his children by example of what a godly man looks like and how he treats people and how he works for his family tirelessly and provides and treats others and leads. Okay, I'm going to keep trucking right along. We've still got more questions. But for some reason, it's not letting me look at all of them. So like I'm getting some of them chunked out. Do you use a planner to plan out your boys' schoolwork? Funny, yes, I do have a planner, but I more reverse record keep. So I don't give them a planner that they do and work in individually. It's something that I have and I reverse record keep. I am going to try changing things up a little bit this homeschool year. I want to try and adapt into a block schedule. I don't know how all that's going to play out yet. I'm still in the process of fine-tuning. I don't even have all of our curriculum purchased for the year yet because I'm still fine-tuning and narrowing down and waiting on God. So there is that. How you connect with hubby since home with the kids. So he works all day. I'm home with the kids. How do I connect with them? Again, same as before. Morning, evenings. Very rare that we get a date, but when we go to the cabin, there's so much time that we can honestly spend together. The boys are riding their motorcycles. They're running around, shooting things and exploring and being boys out in the wilderness. So there's a lot of time there where we can just spend quality time together in my absolute most favorite place in the whole wide world, which is the mountains. So best place to connect with my husband, right? Now, make it work for your home, for your family, for your lifestyle, right? Go on a date if you need to go on a date, a dinner date. Go grocery shopping if that's the only time you have allowed, undivided. Put your kids to bed early. Get up earlier and spend that time with your husband in the morning. It's very rare. I have like this dream of getting to have lunch with my husband because his work does not allow for us to have lunch together like ever. And I've never gotten to go out to lunch with him. I have been married and dating years combined. I have been with my husband for almost 19 years. And I've never, ever, ever gotten a weekday lunch date with him, like out of the house. Never. So that is like a dream of mine. Random little side note there. I'm good at those random side notes. Okay. How do you find the motivation to work out? I feel like it's an area I have trouble balancing. The $1 million balancing question. How do I find time to work out? I kind of answered that before. It has to be early or it has to be later. And the motivation, like what drives you? What is your motivation? What's pushing you to work out anyway? Because if you don't have a reason to do it, you're not going to want to do it. So write out your reasons. Why are you wanting to work out? What are the benefits to it? What's pushing you to have this desire anyway? For me, it's like I said before, I need it. I need it. So It's just in me. It's just a desire in me to do this 4 to 5 times a week. It's just me, and it's just there. So what drives you? What is motivating you to do this? What reasons? Is it health benefits? Is it mental? What is it for you? Is it physical? Like, write out your reasons. See if that helps. How do you deal with those who doubt your teaching abilities with your children? Whew, that's a hard one. And there has been so much learning and so much refining that has happened through this homeschooling journey. And it is no joke. The backlash, the naysayers, you are not qualified, right? All the things. How do I handle it? Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes it breaks me. Just gonna be honest. Like, it's not fair. It's not right. It's not okay. I didn't ask for their opinion. I didn't ask for it. So don't share it with me, right? Like, in their eyes, I will never be qualified to do what I'm doing. I will never be qualified to homeschool. But I know who God created me to be. I know where my identity is found. And I know that He calls us and then He equips us. So I know I'm equipped. I know I can do this. People and their opinions, it'll never end. Never. Whose opinion am I working for the approval of, right? Definitely not the approval of men, even though it does hurt when family, friends, whatever, don't approve of your choices. It absolutely hurts. And some days I deal with it better. Other days it's really hard. But it's a process that eventually doesn't sting quite so bad. What's your favorite go-to outfit at home as a stay-at-home mom? All of that stuff. So, favorite shopping place. I have not shopped in I don't know how long. I purchased a dress off Amazon the other day that's super cute. My favorite place to shop, that depends on the season. Sometimes Target is killing it, and sometimes I'm like, this is nothing. They have nothing for me. Old Navy is the same. I like some of their athletic wear. Sometimes I'm like, nope, those pants are see-through. Mama can't rock those. I love just athleisure wear, if you will. I love to dress up and get cute. Usually in shorts, like athleisure wear. Right now I'm wearing a tank top and these camo athletic shorts from Old Navy. So, do you ever get to a point where you feel 100% confident in your curriculum choices? I have FOMO, fear of missing out. I don't know if you ever do get completely confident in that. I can only speak from my experience, and I would say that no. I have never ever been 110% completely confident in my curriculum choices, because inside of me is this natural, like, I want to try this and I want to try that and I want to try that. And so just being content right where I'm at and with what I have and the resources I have is something I'm really praying about this year, because I have my eyes on a few things that I really want to try. I've talked about that with you all. I'm not changing anything, but there are a couple things that I want to add in to our homeschool. Like last year we used Not Grass history. This year I'm going to try the Good and the Beautiful history, but there's another living book history that I want to try and do with it. Like, I'm really into the living books right now. So there's that. I don't know if you're ever completely confident. I don't know if I would even say that I'm not confident in my choices, because I feel I am confident in my choices, but maybe I can rephrase that as to there's other things that I want to try, because for me, it's fun. For me, it is encouraging and it's fresh and it's new to bring in these new things. It's almost like it breathes new life into our homeschool to be able to switch some things out and try something different, and to see what my boys like and how they enjoy learning. So I don't know. I don't know if it's confidence or if it's contentment or what exactly that would be, but I love changing things up. Like, gather round and teaching textbooks are the two things I've stuck with all the way through that have not changed. They have not changed. So a lot of other things have come and gone and will continue to do so, because they serve you for a season and then you move on. So another question on how do I motivate my kids to stay, she has a 9-year-old boy. How do you motivate your children to do school so it doesn't last literally all day? We honestly are done with school within an hour and a half to 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours tops. But I can't, if it lasted all day, I would be discouraged and unmotivated. Like there's no way I could do that either. And so motivating my children, I think they are each other's motivation. Like they motivate each other because as soon as they see their brother done, they're like, I want to be done because I want to go play with so-and-so. Like they're motivated by that very much. And also at this point in our journey, we just know, the boys just know we have to do it. You can complain all you want, but it's not going to stop. Like there is discipline and you will get this done. It's just part of life. So sometimes you have to do things you don't want to do and you don't like to do. And if there needs to be some sort of punishment because over and over and over and over and over again, this is what's happening. There have been times and seasons in our life where we've stepped away from things to focus in on exactly what is going on. Everything else stops. And we're going to focus on this issue, this behavioral issue or whatever it is that's going on, and then we'll pick the books back up. But that can be a tricky thing too. So just being in tune with what's going on, being in tune with what's going on in your child's heart, that connection over the curriculum. Why is he lacking motivation? What's going on inside of him? And also just knowing like this is something we have to do. Everybody does this, and this is something that's required of us. And sometimes we need to have discipline to do the things that are asked of us on a daily basis. So I've been talking a really long time. This is a super long video. I wanted to take a moment to answer some of your questions. I like to try and do this every 6 months or so. If you have more questions for me, let me know in the comment section down below. I know I didn't get to all of them. You guys came through with so many awesome questions. I would love to continue this and keep it going in the comment section below. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this content, and also click that red subscribe button. If you have any new homeschooling mama friends who could use encouragement, please share our channel with them. I would love it if you would share our channel for all of the homeschooling moms out there who are just beginning their journey. We've all been there. Let's encourage them, right? This community, this space is such a positive space for me. And I thank you all so much for that. And I thank you for your time today and for your questions. I will see you in our next video. Don't forget to find us on Instagram. If you're an Instagram mama, you can see kind of the behind the scenes and stuff over there. And we've got some fun things coming in the very near future. I cannot wait to share more on that. I'll see you in our next video.